Hello, dear soul. Take a deep breath with me right now, in and out. Let this moment hold you. Let it be a small pause from the noise outside and the noise inside. You have walked through many emotional storms, haven't you? You have carried burdens that were too heavy for your heart, and yet here you are, willing to listen, willing to open, willing to breathe. I am so proud of you for arriving here. It is a sign that a beautiful shift is already beginning inside you. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing broken in you. There's only a space that is longing to be held in love. That's what we're doing together, creating a safe, soft space for healing. Sometimes we don't even realize how much emotion we have tucked away. We keep moving, we keep surviving, we keep smiling even when something deep inside is aching for a gentle release. Emotional wounds don't always scream. Often they whisper through tight shoulders, racing thoughts, shallow breath, or the feeling that something is off, but we can't quite name it. That's how the body speaks for the heart. And the body is always honest. It never lies. It holds on to the things the mind has tried to forget. You are not too sensitive. You are not too weak. You are simply human. And being human means having feelings that need attention, like flowers that need sunlight. When those feelings don't get acknowledged, they harden, like ice forming in a quiet pond. But the good news is, even the thickest ice melts when warmth returns. That warmth is what we are inviting back into your life right now. Emotional healing is not something distant or difficult. It's natural. Just like the body knows how to heal a cut on your skin, your heart knows how to mend itself when it feels safe and loved. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself be. Right here, in this moment, there is nothing you need to fix. We are not here to fight your pain. We are here to listen to it, gently, kindly, like a friend sitting beside you. Healing doesn't happen through force. It happens through love. And love begins by saying to yourself, I am willing to feel. I am willing to be kind to myself. Sometimes we hold back our feelings because we were taught that crying is weak, or anger is wrong, or sadness should be hidden. But feelings are like waves. They come and go. They only grow louder when we try to silence them. When you welcome your emotions without judgment, they soften, they lose their sharpness, and they start to flow again. That's what healing looks like. Flowing, not fixing. Feeling, not fearing. Let's talk about how our thoughts are part of this healing. You see, every thought you think creates a reaction in your body. When you think a loving thought, your body relaxes. When you think a fearful thought, your body tightens. That's not a punishment. It's simply a message. Your thoughts are like seeds, and your body is the garden. Whatever you plant, your body responds to. If you often tell yourself, I'm not good enough, or I should be stronger, your body hears that. Your heart hears that. And it starts to feel unloved, unseen, unsafe. But when you shift even one thought to something like, I'm doing the best I can, or it's okay to feel this way, something magical happens. The heart begins to open, the breath deepens, the shoulders relax. It's like sunlight returning to that garden. You don't have to change every thought overnight. That would be too much. Just one kind thought is enough to begin. Let's try one together now. Gently say to yourself, it's safe for me to feel. My emotions are welcome. Say it softly, like a lullaby. It's safe for me to feel. My emotions are welcome. Feel how your body responds. Maybe you feel warmth in your chest or a little release in your breath. That is your soul saying yes. There is great power in the way we speak to ourselves. If you want to begin healing, start with how you talk to yourself in the quiet moments, when no one is around, when you make a mistake, when you feel overwhelmed. That is when your inner voice matters most. Speak as you would to someone you love, because you are someone worthy of that love. Many of us grew up learning to ignore our feelings or numb them with distractions. We were told to be strong, to get over it, to stop being dramatic. But your soul doesn't want to get over things. It wants to go through them with grace, with honesty, with love. And you are strong enough to do that, not because you force yourself, but because you are willing to feel. Let's imagine now that your heart is a small child, holding a bundle of emotions it doesn't know what to do with. You wouldn't yell at that child. You wouldn't say, "Why are you still sad?" Or, "Why can't you move on?" You would hold that child. You would say, "It's okay, I'm here. Take all the time you need." That's what your inner self needs from you. Not judgment, not rush, just presence. Emotional healing isn't about never feeling hurt again. It's about becoming someone who knows how to hold that hurt with care. And it's okay if some days feel heavier than others. Healing is not a straight line. It moves like the tide, sometimes in, sometimes out. Be gentle with yourself on every part of the path. Now, let's begin to notice the body. Our emotions live in the body. They don't just float around, they settle in places: the chest, the belly, the throat. The next time you feel upset, don't push it away. Place your hand on your heart and ask, "Where do I feel this in my body?" Just notice. No fixing, no fighting, just noticing. That awareness alone begins the healing. Your breath is your friend on this journey. When emotions feel too big, too fast, too heavy, pause and breathe, slowly, deeply. Feel the air coming in and out like a gentle wave. Say to yourself, with each breath, "I give myself permission to feel and heal," over and over, as many times as you need. You are already healing. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to prove anything. Just by being here, just by breathing with intention, just by thinking one kind thought, you are letting your soul breathe again. So today, let this be your affirmation. It is safe for me to feel. I am gentle with my heart. I am open to healing. Repeat this whenever you feel tense, overwhelmed, or distant from yourself. Write it down. Say it in the mirror. Whisper it as you fall asleep. Let it become the soft background music of your life. Healing isn't a race. It's a return to love, to softness, to truth, and you are on your way. One breath, one thought, one kind moment at a time. There is something deeply sacred about expressing what has been held inside for so long. For many, the journey of healing begins not with loud declarations or dramatic changes, but with a quiet whisper from the soul that says, "I need to let this out." Emotional pain, when buried, does not disappear. It waits. It lives in the background, coloring everything. And yet, once it is given the space to be seen and heard, something shifts. The weight begins to lift. One of the most gentle and powerful ways to offer this space is through writing. Not writing to be read by anyone else, not for approval or clarity, but writing simply to allow your heart to exhale. When emotions are kept inside, they swirl, they repeat, they tighten. But when they are written, even in a jumble, even if they don't make sense, they begin to loosen. The act of writing is not about fixing the feeling. It is about witnessing it. And being witnessed, even by your own hand, is healing. You might write, "I feel sad today, and I don't know why." That alone is a doorway. You may write, "Something inside me is tired," or "I feel angry and I'm scared of my anger." Let it be messy. Let it be honest. The page does not judge you. It simply holds you, just like love does. There is no wrong way to write your feelings. Some days you may write a paragraph, some days only a sentence, some days nothing at all, and that is okay too. Healing honors your rhythm. It doesn't rush you. Try this simple practice each morning or evening. Sit quietly with a pen and paper, close your eyes, and ask your heart, what do you want me to know today? Then write whatever comes. No filtering, no pressure, just truth, flowing gently from inside to the page. This practice tells your inner self, I see you, I'm listening, I care. And that, dear soul, is what emotional wounds long for the most, loving attention. You are not meant to carry everything alone. By writing it down, you share it with your own wisdom, and that is a partnership that brings peace. Now let us speak of mirror work, a practice so simple and yet so transformative. When you look into your own eyes, something tender happens. You are no longer hiding from yourself. You are meeting the one who has always been waiting for your love. Many people feel uncomfortable the first time they try it. That's okay. That's natural. The mirror reflects not only your face, but your truth. And truth can feel raw when you have been taught to ignore it. Start gently. Stand before the mirror. Look into your eyes. Let the gaze be soft, not forced. Then say something kind. Even if it feels strange at first, say, I'm here for you, or you matter to me, or simply, hello, dear one. The words are not as important as the intention. You are showing up for yourself. You are creating a relationship of trust. There is a part of you, a younger part, a softer part that has been waiting for this moment, waiting to be chosen by you, waiting to be accepted as is. When you speak gently to yourself in the mirror, you become the safe parent, the kind friend, the source of comfort your heart has longed for. Try placing your hand over your heart while you look into your eyes. Breathe and say, it's okay, I love you, I am here, always. Say it every day if you can, even for a minute. Some days tears may come, some days silence, and some days a small smile. Every response is welcome. Every step is progress. Mirror work teaches you that you are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are the loving presence that sees it all and still says, I choose you. That is powerful. That is healing. That is freedom. There is also healing in something even more natural than words, your breath. It's always with you, from your first moment in this world to your last. Yet how often do we truly notice it? When emotions are high, when grief knocks at the door, when anxiety grips the chest, the breath becomes shallow, rushed, or even held completely. That's how the body tries to protect itself. But the beautiful truth is, your breath can also be your way back to calm. Let's practice together now. Gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Inhale slowly through your nose as if you are drawing in peace. Hold it for a second. Then exhale through your mouth as if you are releasing the weight of the world. Again, inhale, peace, and exhale tension. Keep breathing this way. Each breath is a quiet act of love. With every inhale, you are telling your nervous system you are safe. With every exhale, you are letting go of the things that no longer serve you. The breath is your guide. You can use it anytime during a stressful moment, before sleep, when waking up, or when you feel overwhelmed. It's free, it's available, and it is deeply healing. Sometimes it helps to add gentle words to your breath. Inhale, I am calm. Exhale, I release. Inhale, I am enough. Exhale, I let go. These are more than words. They are signals to the heart and body that peace is possible, even here, even now. Over time, breathing this way becomes second nature. It becomes your anchor in stormy seas. When emotions rise like waves, you don't need to drown. You have the breath. You have this moment. You have the power to pause, to soften, to return. So many of us hold our breath without realizing it. We tense, we brace, we wait for the next pain. But you don't have to live like that. You can train your body to relax again. You can give your soul the space it longs for. Let yourself breathe, not just to survive, but to truly live, to feel, to heal. Your breath, your words, your mirror, your pen, these are all sacred tools that invite your heart to open, tools that remind you that healing is not outside of you. It is within. It has always been within. Today, just take one of these practices, whichever one calls to you most. Try it with love. Try it with gentleness. And let it be enough. Let it be a beginning, because each small beginning creates a ripple of healing that reaches every part of your being. You are worthy of that healing. You are ready. You are not alone. Let this breath, this moment, this small act of care be the next step on your path to wholeness. There comes a time when certain emotions feel too heavy to keep carrying. Guilt that clings to the heart like a shadow. Shame that whispers lies in quiet moments. Resentment that stiffens the body with every memory. These are not faults in your character. They are simply emotions that were never given the space to be held in love. Emotions that stayed because they weren't allowed to go. But what was learned can be unlearned, and what was carried can be released. You are not defined by the things you regret. You are not the sum of your past mistakes or the times you wished you'd spoken up or handled something differently. You are a soul learning, growing, and unfolding. Guilt is only a sign that you are someone who cares deeply. Shame is only a misunderstanding about who you truly are. Resentment is only the echo of a wound that wants attention. And all of it, every piece, can be softened with love. Close your eyes for a moment and picture yourself holding a basket. In that basket are stones. Each stone is a story, a memory, a moment, a wound. Heavy, isn't it? But now imagine setting just one stone down. Not because you're forced to, but because you're ready. Even one stone makes the load lighter. You don't have to throw them all away. You just start with one. You might say to yourself, I am willing to release this pain. That is enough. You don't need to know how. You just need to be willing. The universe will meet you in that willingness. Repeat softly, I now release all guilt. I forgive myself. I am learning to be free. Say it with gentleness, even if your voice trembles. Even if a part of you isn't sure you believe it yet. That's okay. Say it anyway. Belief grows with practice. Forgiveness is not about saying what happened was okay. It's not about pretending. It's about choosing not to hold poison in your own body any longer. It's a decision to love yourself enough to stop hurting yourself with yesterday's pain. And you deserve that freedom. Imagine yourself shedding layers of heavy coats on a warm day. That is what releasing feels like. Lighter, freer, clearer. You are not meant to carry pain forever. You are meant to feel it, honor it, learn from it, and then let it move. Just like the wind, just like the tide. Let yourself flow again. Now breathe. Notice how far you've come in this moment. There is something within you, something ancient and wise, that knows how to return to peace. That something is your true self, and your true self is whole. As you soften and begin to release, you may find that peace becomes easier to reach. It no longer feels like a distant dream, but something you can touch, even if just for a few seconds at a time. That is the power of emotional healing. It makes room for joy to return, for stillness to rise, for your soul to breathe again. There is a quiet place within you that has never been hurt, never been broken, never been afraid. It is the place of your essence. When you reconnect with that space, you remember who you are, and from that place, everything begins to feel possible again. Peace is not just an emotion, it's your natural state. Underneath the thoughts, the habits, the roles you play, it's there. It's waiting. Healing is not about becoming something new. It's about removing what's in the way of who you've always been. You can touch this peace when you sit in silence, when you walk slowly through nature, when you put your hand over your heart and say, I'm doing okay. You can feel it when you choose not to judge yourself, when you let yourself rest, when you smile at your reflection just because. These little moments, these soft returns, are how peace blossoms. And when you touch peace, even briefly, your entire energy shifts. You become softer with others. You become more present. Your body begins to trust that it doesn't need to protect all the time. That is what healing does. It opens space for safety to return. Let's affirm that together. Peace lives within me now. I trust this moment. I am safe to be myself. Say it with warmth. Say it with care. Let it wrap around your body like a soft shawl. This peace isn't just for today. You can carry it with you into tomorrow and the next day and all the days to come. Because it's not outside of you. It is you. You've just needed space to feel it again. And so now you may wonder, how do I continue this healing after this moment ends? How do I keep feeling connected, centered, and cared for? The answer is simpler than we often think. Through small, loving rituals, through gentle habits that keep you close to your own heart. Try starting your morning with 1 minute of deep breathing and a loving affirmation. Something like, today I choose kindness toward myself. At night, reflect on one thing you did that honored your emotional truth, whether it was resting when you were tired, expressing a feeling, or even just saying no when you needed to. Let that be enough. Keep a little journal beside your bed. Write down 3 things each night that made you feel good, even if they seem small. A soft blanket, a kind word, a breath of fresh air. These are not little things. They are anchors. They remind you that beauty exists even in ordinary moments, and that beauty lives in you. When emotions feel high, place your hand on your chest and simply say, I am here. This tells your body that it doesn't have to go through it alone. You are present with yourself, and presence is the beginning of everything. You may also create a small sacred space in your home, a corner with a candle, a journal, maybe a plant or crystal. Sit there when you need to come back to yourself. Let it be a place where your soul can breathe freely. Healing isn't about perfection. It's about intention. It's about saying, even if I fall back into old patterns, I can choose again, and you can. Every day, every moment is a new invitation to choose peace, to choose softness, to choose love. As we come to this gentle close, I want you to know something with all your heart. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. And this process, this slow, loving unfolding, is exactly what your soul came here to experience. You have everything you need within you to heal, not someday, not when everything is perfect, but now, in this breath, in this body, in this very moment. Let this be your final affirmation today. I am open to healing. I trust my journey. My soul is breathing freely now. Say it softly. Say it with love. Say it whenever you feel lost. Your healing is not just a hope, it is a promise. And every breath you take with intention is a step into that promise. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with your pace. You are doing so beautifully. Now go forward, not in haste, but in grace. Let your soul breathe. Let your heart rest. You are safe. You are loved. And you are whole.